Hi, my name is Victoria Groves, and I work with Trailblazers Youth Enhancement at the Right Path Writing Academy. So the students arrive, we take them back to our classroom, and I like to start the day off with prayer and then going through a short Bible study. And each topic of the Bible study, I like to relate that to the rest of the lesson for the day. So, for example, one of our classes was on love and how God's love for us affects the rest of our life, and even how we're working with the horses, how we can show love and respect in the way that we treat the horses, the way we're caring for them and grooming them, and how that affects the rest of our lives and how we treat other people. So after that Bible lesson, we go into doing some chores in the barn. So they help muck out the stalls, sweep down the alleyway. I want the students to not only be able to ride a horse, but also know what goes into caring for them and be able to teach them responsibility through that. After doing some of the chores, we go into groundwork with the students are actually on the ground with the horses, doing some conditioning to help strengthen the horses' backs or legs, whatever we're working on that day. And each of those things, we like to relate whatever that Bible lesson topic was back to those. For example, like with the love, how God's love for us is such a huge part of our relationship with Him, and how that needs to be part of our relationship with the horses as well. So I was born and raised in a Christian family. We homeschooled all growing up. I have 9 siblings, and I became a Christian on the age of 5. I think I understood the gospel message, that I was a sinner and I needed to be saved from that, and I truly accepted Christ at that age. But over the years, I began to see that more and more in different ways. Later, as a teenager, probably around the age of 13 to 17, I went through some depression, just things that went on in relationships with specifically my mom and some friends that really got me down. I lost sight of the hope that I could find in God, and during that time, I think I poured into serving and volunteering other places even more. There's something about the joy I found in serving, giving myself to others, and it kind of made up for the lack of joy and hope that I had in my own life. So I think just through those hard times, God showed me that even though other people are always going to fail me in one way or another, but God is always faithful through that. And He showed His faithfulness to me through working with other people and serving them. He revealed parts of Himself to me and parts of His character, how He was faithful and He has a hope and a purpose for me and everyone else that I worked with, that even people that were going through incredibly hard things, much harder than I ever went through, that they could find hope and joy in Him. And that was something that I really wanted. I rededicated my life to Christ and really wanted to start serving other people as an act of love for Him and service to Him. So that was one big reason I wanted to really do the Trailblazers, was these youth have been through hard things. They've gone through depression and anger issues and all these things. And I want to show them the hope that they can find in Christ by working with horses, because those times when I was really having hard days, I could go outside and work with my horses or my dogs and just spend quiet time thinking and praying. And I think it was a really neat getaway that kind of helped me see more of God as well. And so I want to give these students a place where they can come and just really see God and who He is. I think if there's one thing I wanted people to take away from my story, is the hope and the joy that can be found through God, but also through serving others in the way you can become involved even at a young age. Like I started here when I was 5. Doing very little things, mucking stalls, cleaning down fence rails, sweeping the alleyway. You don't have to do big things to make a difference in people's lives. It's the little things, the little acts of love that show people that you care, and that there's something more out there than just what we see here, that there's a God who loves each and every one of us so much that He gave His Son for us. And I think, as Christians, as young people here, we miss some of that just because we're so focused on these big things, getting big jobs, making lots of money, that we miss these little things that God has really called us to do. These little things, that coming here and helping a young child ride a horse and showing them God's love through that.